Hi guys, my name is Kat and welcome to PreGamingGG's Member Spotlight, episode 13. Before I get started, I just want to give a big shout out to Wheezy for last week's episode. If you haven't seen that yet, definitely go check it out. And after you're done watching this, make sure you comment who you want to see for episode 14. Alright, so I've got all the questions on my phone, so we're just going to dive in. Question number 1. When did you decide that PreGamingGG was a place for you? So I decided that Pre was a good place for me because I got to interact with a bunch of the members before I even started grinding. So being able to do that and seeing the members interact with each other and just seeing the genuine support and care that everyone had for each other on top of all of the community nights that I tried out and everything like that, the streams that I watched, it seemed like a really good vibe and I wanted to be here. Question number 2, what is your go-to snack? I kind of bounced through 2 of them. It's either apples and peanut butter or nachos. Question number 3, when did you start streaming and why did you start streaming? So I started streaming on my birthday in 2019 and I started streaming because all of my buddies that I played with at the time were streaming on Twitch as well and I was already playing with them, so they were like, hey Kat, why don't you just stream as well? And I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try, and I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would. And now we're here. Question number 4, how did the name Catastrophe come about? Question number 4, how did the name Catastrophe come about? So my gamer tag came about because whenever I first started streaming, all of my gamer tags were just my IRL name, and I was wanting to find something cooler, I guess you could say, to use. And I was playing Fortnite with one of my buddies one night, Jack, and he was like, oh, you know, Krista, those builds were a catastrophe. And I was like, hey, that has a nice ring to it. So took that, and then instead of having a C in front of it, put a K, since my actual name starts with a K, to kind of have my own little twist on it, I guess you could say. Question number 5, what was the first game you remember streaming a whole lot? The first game I streamed a whole lot was Fortnite, and then after that I slowly moved to Rainbow Six Siege, which ironically enough I play neither of now. Question number 6, have you set any goals for 2021, and what is the top goal you would like to cross off your list, and also have you completed any of your goals? So looking at my tweet from January 4th when I tweeted out my goals for the year, the one that I am fortunate enough to already be able to cross off was that I tweeted I wanted to join Pre as one of my goals, because this was right in the middle of my grind. I started my grind probably about mid to late December, and I was lucky enough to be picked up onto the team officially on January 15th. And the goal that I would really like to cross off is that I wrote down I'd like to develop and follow a consistent streaming schedule. My life has been crazy and hectic the past 2 years really, and I haven't been able to just have a set schedule for streams, so that's something that I'd really like to work for myself if I can. Question number 7, when you aren't your computer streaming or gaming, what are you doing? I am either working because I am a key holder at a frozen yogurt shop, or I like to think that I'm more on the artistic and creative side of things, so I also like to dabble in acrylic painting and working with epoxy resin. Or I'm hanging out with this little dude. Can you say hi? This is Stout. He's my little puppy. He's about a year old, and I spend a lot of time with him, taking him on walks, going to the dog park, stuff like that. Question number 8, who is your biggest inspiration and why do you look up to them? My biggest inspiration is my mother. Didn't have a super easy childhood, lots of, at-home stuff, and she's the one that really showed me how to get through it and become a better person through it, and, all of that stuff, so I'm very thankful for that. And she's also worked her butt off for everything she has. A lot of the stuff she's given me and a lot of the stuff that we have now is because of her. So I'm very thankful for her, and I love her so much, and I hope that I'm making her proud. Question number 9, what is your favorite memory growing up? My favorite memory growing up was probably going to the local skating rink every Friday night, because they always did these lock-ins where it was $10 to get in. They paid for the food, which was always just pizza from, I think it was Pizza Hut or something, I don't know. But it covered all the food, and it'd just be a whole night of skating around the rink, little mini games that they would do, and then we would all crash and be picked up in the morning. Question number 10, all-time favorite movie, go. My all-time favorite movie, hands down, is Kimi no Na wa, also known as Your Name. It's a really great anime movie, 10 out of 10. Watch it if you haven't. Alrighty guys, that about wraps it up for me. Thank you so much again for choosing me to be episode 13 of the PreGamingGG Member Spotlight. Remember to comment down below who you want to see for episode 14, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Fly high.